Okay, so I wanted to make this one video real quick. I'm going to pay some bills and shit today, but I want to make this one video real quick. So last night, I get this push notification on my phone about Milo Yiannopoulos. Okay. Now, for those of you that are like, hey, but you're a Christian, like, why are you subscribed to this gay guy and why do you like him? Because Milo is the fucking shit. And in case you haven't noticed from my channel, I'm not your typical Christian. So I don't really give a fuck. Anyway, not trying to be edgy, but like I always tell people, you know what you see? I turn on this camera, it's me. This is me. This isn't me where I have to be one way at work or, you know, I have to be something different for some reason. I flip on this camera and this is my own little world. I got some haters, got some people who like me. I know. But anyway, so about these UC Berkeley riots. You know, one of the things about the progressive left is that we're supposed to be, or technically, I'm a libertarian, but I'm right-leaning, but a lot of people categorize me on the left, whatever. But you're supposed to be tolerant and because you gotta think about it. Things like feminism and stuff like that all comes from the progressive left. So you're supposed to be tolerant, and it's supposed to be me and people who are Republicans and the Tea Partiers that are supposed to be the intolerant ones, the ones that don't tolerate anything besides what we live our lives like. Why am I on here endorsing Milo Yiannopoulos or whatever the fuck his name is? You know what his name is. Maybe, I don't know, he's pretty popular. Why am I on here endorsing him? You know, the guy, the fucking guy who says he's Catholic but lives a gay lifestyle, which pretty much flies in the face of his Catholicism. But I don't like, that's his life. He does what he wants. But let me explain something to you. Why am I on here endorsing him and supporting him and saying that the things that happened at UC Berkeley last night, you know, we live in a country, and as Milo said this too, we live in a country where we have the First Amendment right to free speech. And as Milo has also said, not many countries have that. You go try to move to Islam, wow. Try to move to the Middle East into an Islamic country and tell me you have freedom of speech. Try to move to communist Russia and tell me you got freedom of speech. The First Amendment is something that should be cherished. You know, I get some pretty hateful comments on this YouTube channel. I do. And I don't delete them. You want to know why? Because I'm a vet. Okay, I was in the military. And I defended our right to be able to say what we want to say. Now, there's certain, you can't threaten people and shit, you know that, but we can voice opinions. People can come on here, oh, you fat fucking ugly Neanderthal caveman, whatever you want to say. You got that right to say that. And I'm nobody to tell you that you can't or to censor you. What you did yesterday at UC Berkeley flies in the face of what people like me have defended and what people have died for. People have died for that right, for someone like Milo to be able to come on and have a speech, and as long as he's not threatening people or saying things like, rise up and kill the blacks or something. By the way, I know someone's going to take that video clip out of context and be like, he said kill the blacks. But it's all here on this YouTube video. And there's proof I didn't say that in the context that some people would you take me out of context with. But anyway, it is a disheartening thing that happened last night because there are people now that have died, that are in the ground, dead, for one of the most important rights that we have in this country, being free speech. And you people at UC Berkeley, you stomped all over it. You stomped all over that right yesterday. You may not agree with Milo. I don't agree with him on a lot of things. But Milo absolutely had the right to have that speech delivered yesterday. But we have Americans here who don't believe in American rights. We live in a fucking society where we need safe zones and feminism to the... which already, I mean, the women already have equal rights, and all other kind of special interest groups, and everybody's offended. The government doesn't have to come and take our fucking rights away, because our own citizens are doing it to ourselves. Our own citizens are doing it to ourselves because we're offended, because we don't like what that person says. What you guys did yesterday was one of the most un-American things. Not that I don't think that this country has its downfalls, because, by fucking God, we have our fucking downfalls. But I still stand and say that this is one of the greatest countries in the world because of the fucking rights that we have. Because of the fucking rights that we have. And when you go at somebody because of their political affiliation or religion, or if they're fucking gay or straight or bisexual, though I disagree with a lot of people and a lot of lifestyles and a lot of religions except for my own, people have that right. As long as they're not hurting anybody or harming anybody in any sort of way, you have got the right in this country to live the way that you want to live, regardless of whether me or anyone else agrees with it. You know, I've got friends that I will never see again a day in my life because of fucking thing, because they died for your right to have American rights. What you did yesterday at UC Berkeley, I'm trying not to get emotional here, but that ain't gonna happen. And I know somebody's gonna call me a pussy or a bitch, but whatever, call me what you want. But I have friends that to this day I will never, ever fucking see again. They're dead for your right to have free speech, to be able to live as an American and live the way that our rights allow you to live. And yesterday at UC Berkeley, you took that right away from Milo. You created a group of hateful people and a hostile environment that people are now going to be scared of. In an institution of higher learning that's supposed to expose you to other ways of life and other thinking and ways outside of the way that you've lived. And rather than allow someone to have their basic fucking rights for now being an American citizen, you took them away. And in the process of taking that away, not only, there are veterans that are living now that you smacked us in the face, but you also smacked everybody in the face that's in the ground now that died in a U.S. military uniform, that gave up their fucking life so that you could have basic rights. And you took it away. And you smacked them all in the face, and you disrespected everything that America stands for because you got offended. Fuck you. Fuck you and your feelings and your fucking safe zones, like I said the other day. When you have a society that needs fucking safe zones and safe spaces, that's what causes this. When you fucking people get triggered because of speech, that's what causes this. That's what causes things like this. There are real people out there who really do have PTSD, such as me. I do. And there are people out there that really do suffer with actual traumatic events and not fucking words that somebody that you don't know and will never see again says in a fucking speech. I don't know what else to say, but I will say that I am extremely disgusted and disappointed in every one of you that rioted yesterday, because you put other people at risk and you wiped your ass with the rights that we have here in America. Well, you know what? I don't want to hear any of you bitch about how this country is and bitch about how unfair things are, because you're the motherfuckers that are ruining it.